Hey guys, my name is Sam, and today I'm going to be talking about the time I was a koreaboo. You might be wondering why I'm starting my channel this way, and it's for two reasons. One, so none of you can expose me, and two, because I love attention. So, here we go. I first got into K-pop when I was around 14 or 15. A friend of mine had been trying to get me into it for a while, and I finally relented. So she sent me the link to BTS's Boy in Love MV, and I was kind of whipped instantly. Like, I just fell in love almost instantly. Like, I just really liked it for whatever reason. And by that I mean it's because it's a bop. So yeah. I then told my other friend, whom I shall call M for privacy purposes, that I really liked what I saw, and she got super excited. She sent me more video links and a whole list of commonly used Korean words that I would need to know. And once I mastered these and I could recognize them in videos, I started to kind of get a little up my own ass. And I was convinced I was fluent in Korean. I told M that we should use these random ass Korean words in our everyday English sentences so we could better our understanding of the language. I'm pretty sure I fed her some kind of bullshit like that, and it was pretty much just me using the word 진짜 a lot, to a painful extent. And M agreed, mostly because she was also having a koreaboo phase, but a little more low-key. And I even spoke these words to people who had no idea what I was on about, and they would get so confused, which just kind of makes me want to die thinking about it. And I would also use the old jokes, the no jams and in fires repeatedly. Even when I stopped finding them funny, I just would keep using them, which is pretty weird if you ask me, but I was kind of a weirdo anyway back then. And if you already think this is bad, it doesn't really stop there. Not only was I a supremely irritating BTS supremacist, I was obsessed with everything related to South Korea. I'd save those cringy ass posts that were freaking out when you hear South Korea and not being able to remember who you were before you fell in love with K-pop. And I considered myself an expert, even though I could only introduce myself and say I love you in Korean. And that is pretty much still my Korean status today. Korean status? I mean, in terms of the language. You know what I mean. When I found out J-Hope can say 2 words in Spanish, I started trying harder in Spanish class because I was convinced it would be our special language. Yep, not only was I a koreaboo, I was painfully delusional. Aside from wanting to be best friends with J-Hope, I was in love with Jimin. In love. I was convinced I was going to marry him and that we were soulmates. I genuinely called him Jimin Oppa out loud. Yeah, seriously, if someone stabbed me right now, I wouldn't complain. I wasn't a possessive fan, though. I was a condescending one. If I met another Jimin stan who said, they were gonna marry him, I'd be like, aw, poor them. They don't know we're soulmates. Yeah. Whatever you're thinking right now, I agree with you. I was annoying. Truly. Anyway, the final descent into koreaboo hell was when I found out Big Hit was opening auditions again. If you remember when they had auditions open for males and females, you qualify for a veteran discount. Anyway, I downloaded the form and bullshitted almost 90% of it, especially when they asked me for my weight and height. I went out of my way to pretend I was in it for the career and not for BTS. And in hindsight, knowing I have mental breakdowns over the smallest inconveniences, I would have been eaten alive by the industry and its demands. Thank fuck I chickened out and never submitted it. Seriously. And if you're wondering what I auditioned for, it was a singer. I do sing, and it is a passion of mine, but I never, ever really had plans to become a K-pop idol. I pretty much auditioned just to see BTS, which is really, really stupid of me. And I'm glad I never went through with it. Anyway, I started to grow out of it when I learned about the problems with Asians becoming a fetish and an exotic fantasy to people. That was not the person I wanted to become, and as I grew older, I began ditching more and more of that toxic and problematic mentality. Now, I'm a multi-fandom stan, and I'm often seen crying over cute pictures of them, probably, or just scrolling through memes on Twitter. That's me at this point. And I will admit, even at 17, the idea of becoming besties with Hobie sounds absolutely fantastic, but realistically, I'm 100% content with supporting him from a distance, as I do for everyone I stan. And so, I guess the moral of this cringe fest is that it is possible to grow out of a koreaboo phase and become a better person. Also, please stop using no jams and fires and you like this chain or whatever. It's old, pretty freaking cringy, and kind of irritating. But that's just my opinion. Thank you if you watched this all the way. Please like and subscribe because I love attention. And stay woke, people. Adios.